Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today is the reading new times. So today I will bring you a very interesting news. It's a bad news for children, but excellent news for parents. So if you are curious, then continue watching. The name of the article: Doing chores could have children focus, study says. Bad news for children, but excellent news for parents. A new study has suggested that doing chores at home may be good for young people. Of course, some parents have been saying for this for years. Researchers in Australia found a link between doing jobs around the house, including cleaning and taking out the trash, and being executive function skills, which are things like memory, being able to focus, and being able to change from one task to another. So, doing chores could help children develop these skills, according to the study, as long as the jobs are right for the age of the child. In 2020, 2007 parents of children aged between 5 and 13, with most living in Australia, were asked questions about the chores their children did and about their executive function skills. Researchers put chores into three groups: self care, family care, and pet care. Self care included jobs the child did for their own needs, such as making themselves as a snack, while family care included things like taking a phone message. The researchers did not report a link between pet care tasks and improved executive function. However, Diana Temper, who led the study, said the children who often cook a family meal or weed the garden may be more likely to excel in other things like schoolwork or problem solving. However, as she told Australian radio station 6PR, not all chores have to be boring. She said if children show that they enjoy cooking or gardening, for example, parents should encourage that interest at a young age. Wow, what an interesting news and bad news for children like me. Okay, so I don't feel like doing chores or housework, but I think after reading this news, I think I will cook as much as I can, and I will do all the chores in that house, maybe. Okay, so now it's question time. How old were the children who took part in the study? Oh, let's see here. So the children who took part in the study is the children between the age of 5 and 13. Okay, so the question 2. Did the researchers find a link pet care tasks and improved executive function? No, the researcher didn't find any link between pet care tasks and improved executive function. And the question 3. What should parents do if their children enjoy a particular chore? According to Diana Tapper, here she had said that if children show that they enjoy cooking or gardening, for example, parents should encourage their interest at a young age. Children and parents should encourage them to do at a young age. Okay, so that the questions related to the article. And now is some more discussion. Number 1. What are your thoughts on the findings of this study? Well, I have told you that my feeling is normal, I think, because anyway, my parents told me to do many chores at home and I don't mind anyways. So yeah, it's just normal. But there's some kind of happy because the more chores I do, the more concentration I improve. So yeah, that's the good news. And the second, did you often help with chores growing up? If so, which ones? So to answer this question, I think that I did help my children to the chores of growing up. Like I do the washing up whenever we finish eating, and I also do some laundry too. But I just often do because most of the laundry my mom does for me. So yeah, which is a lot easier for me because I have another homework to do, so I just can do some simple ones. Okay, so the question number 3. What chores do you find boring growing up? Do you still dislike them? The chores I found boring. Let me see. Maybe go to the grocery store because I hated like crowd and crowd or some place that they're crowded. So grocery store included a lot types of people, elderly, children, adults, and it's like makes me annoying sometimes. So yeah, I hated going to the grocery stores, and I often like bought the wrong things for my mom, and my mom always like punished me from like doing or from playing something because I bought wrong things for her. Can you understand? Yeah, so now I still dislike them, of course. Okay, so number 4, do you have young kids? Have they ever showed interest in any chores? Oh my god. I am student. I don't have any kids, please. I just have a sibling. But if you want me to tell about my siblings, does he do any chores? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I guarantee with you that he is a lazy one. He's like never touch in any chores at that house. He just sleep in, play games, and play chess. Yeah, his hobby is playing chess, but he's never does any chores. Yeah, even though cook rice, he even. Yeah, okay. So number 5, who does most of the chores in your household? Well, in my family, I think that my mom does the most chores because she has to cook meals. She has to does the laundries as I told you, and sometimes I felt very lazy, so she also have to like do the washing up for me, and she also had to go shopping and go to the grocery store too. So I think she was very busy, and I determined to study as hard as I can to like have some good scores and then show off with my mom so that she can be happy in some way. Okay, so anyway, now the exercise 5 is further discussion, and now we have more than 5 questions here. So question 1, what were your hobbies as a kid? Do you excel at any of them? My hobby is learning English, and yes, I do excel at it. I mean, I good at learning English, learning languages, and now I am currently learning a little bit of French during the summer. Because I think that the more languages I know, the more chances I can go abroad, I can travel, Yeah, so that's my hobby. And besides learning English, I also love reading books, and now I'm reading Harry Potter books. Yeah, reading Harry Potter books, and yeah, that's very interesting anyway. Harry Potter is always exhilarating, by the way, and I highly recommend you guys reading Harry Potter. So the question number 2 is, how strict were your parents growing up? My parents aren't that strict. I definitely said that. But sometimes my parents just reminded me if I did something wrong, or they just told me to do something, and I very appreciate for that. Because my parents never hit me or never punished or grounded me at my room like others American parents. And yeah, that's a very good news. Having a good parent makes me very happy, and I'm delighted all the day. So yeah. Question number 3, which of the siblings or friends were the most disobedient as a kid? Oh, that question is just right for my younger brother. Yeah, he's in that case. He is the most disobedient as a kid I have ever seen. So let me tell you just a few of his achievements. Okay, First, he climbed on the neighbor's friend to steal the mangoes trees. Some mangoes on the trees, and he climbed up on the fences to steal some. Okay, he could have broken his legs. And the second achievement of him is that he like picks on some kids on his school. Like he bullied him, and my parents were told to meet their headmaster, and he was nearly be expelled. But because my parents like begged the headmaster, and yeah, fortunately he was kept. He had some chances to go to school, and I want to bunch on his face really much. So never ask me that question. Okay, so number fourth, which of your friends or family do you think has the best parenting style? Um, I think that this case isn't my family, so I will choose another. Let me see. Well, I think that Hannah's. Okay, so Hannah is one of my foreigners friend, and I think that her family is the best parenting style that I think each of the household must set as an example and follow them. So her parents are very strict and always like told her to do whatever chores, and by some way that her parents taught Hannah to do very well, and she also very kind and helpful for people. So yeah, that's it. And the fifth, in your opinion, what's the hardest thing about raising kids? Sorry guys, I have just received a package, so I have to pause the video and go to the shipman and pay him some money and to get that package. But okay, anyways, so come to the fifth question. In your opinion, what's the hardest thing about raising kids? Well, I have never thought about that, but I think that the hardest thing when you're raising a kid is that you have to like set as an example, and you have to be a model for your kids to follow. You have to behave well before others so that your kids will follow you. Your kids will like copy you and imitate you. So yeah, I think that the hardest thing about raising kids is that you have to be a model for your kids. You have to behave well. You have to like do something that your parents shouldn't do. Like you have to spend for his or her. You have to set aside your social life, and you have to teach your children some lessons. So yeah, that's the hardest thing. And thank you so much guys for watching my YouTube channel, watching the videos about the news, and I will put the link of this news in the description box for you guys in case you wanna find out more about this. And thank you so much, and see you later in the next videos. Bye bye.